close of the fight. So I guess, how are you feeling right now about your performance?
A lot better, because yeah, I've said this before in the past. On my worst day, I can kill the best man. I call that suicide. So on my worst day, on an off night, I had an off night tonight. So you even told me, the people who really know you, my teammates, my family, they know you had an off night, and I still fucked them up.
When did you know you were having an off night? Like, was there anything during the day that you thought it's not feeling right? Or
No. It was in the fight, maybe when I couldn't find my power, like my power shots, my kicks. The initiators, the jabs, the leg kicks were working, but I was trying to find the power shots, but he was adjusting well. It wasn't just me versus him, it was his team versus my team, which is what I was also looking forward to. So I told John Crouch, I was looking forward to that, the battle of the game plans. And yeah, so I was just looking forward to John Crouch versus Eugene Bierman, and they were adjusting well each round. I could hear them even talking what they were saying. I was like, okay. But yeah, he's a formidable fighter. I've called this ages ago, and he showed it tonight.
And you said you were looking forward to this fight for a long time, so I guess what did surprise you in there tonight? I know you praised his game plan. What played out differently than you thought it would?
Played out differently. Yeah, his adjustments to what I was doing. Because I go ahead, I go to his body, I go to his legs. I should keep going. I go to his legs, and he'd adjust and get away from my power, but I was able to get away from his as well.
Still winning, still title defense, but there were some,
6 title defense on my worst night, and still.
There were boos at the end. I'm just curious, does that affect you at all?
They've been here since 3 p.m. They're all drunk. They don't know what real fighting is or real finesse. I've said this, look, the greats, they all get to this point. I've seen it when I was just a fan, still a fan. Anderson Silva, GSP, I remember fights went out and be like, that was a fucking fantastic fight. And the same thing, people would just boo them. GSP, one of the fucking GOATs, and people would just boo them. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys watching? You dumb fucks. Ali, Floyd Mayweather, same thing. You get to this point where it's like, you're so great, people just want to see you fall, They just want to see you fall, no matter what. And if it's not like a show-out spectacular performance, then it's like, he's not even that good. But trust, Jared knows I'm a good fighter. He knows I'm a great fighter, and I gave him the same credit as well.
Last thing for me, you've been saying Alex Pereira, that's the next fight. I guess, did you see his performance tonight? What'd you think about it? And I guess, how soon do you think you'd like to line up that fight if that is indeed the next one?
That's the next fight. I saw his fight. It was a good fight. But Sean Strickland should have focused on his job like I told him to. Soon, how soon? We'll find out.
People are saying, criticizing you for your fighting style, but at the end of the day, it seems like your opponent's getting there and kind of frees up in front of you. I'm curious, what do you think makes him do that? Is it the sense of scale of the fight itself? Is it your movement? What exactly makes these guys sort of slow down in front of you?
A mixture of all. I felt like the moment got to him, but he picked himself back up. I'll give it to him. He adjusted and picked his energy back up, and I feel like the moment and the skills, I feel that's what gets to them. When I said this is an acquired taste, to be under the spotlight, I can thrive under this bitch. I don't want under the spotlight to shine. So yeah, I feel like it's a combination of everything.
You said that you described this as an off night though, and you've already said how you think Jared's a good challenger for you. So when you can beat him, even though you're having an off night, does that give you confidence going forward, thinking like, well, even if I have an off night, I can still win? It's emotional, isn't it?
Thanks, Dad. Let me see. Gives me confidence. Going forward, yeah, I like the story. Like I've said this is my life is a movie. My life is an anime. Whatever. I'm facing a guy who's beat me in kickboxing, and now he's still chasing me because he knows I'm the king, and he wants to try and get that away from me. You guys see what happens when my back's against the wall, when I really have that pressure. I put pressure on myself, but when I have pressure put on me as well. So, yeah, I look forward to fighting him in that next fight. How soon, we'll find out. I need a bourbon and maybe a couple of shots, and I'll see how I'm feeling first.
Israel, just going off So just going off of that, you said that gives you pressure, knowing that you're going to be going up against Alex next and giving your history. But does that give you that kind of fire? Being a champion, defending your belt for so many times, do you need that kind of extra fire to kind of keep you hungry as a champion?
No, really, I was very hungry for this fight. I felt like this camp, you can ask Eugene, this camp was great, even better than the last camp, because he asked me at the beginning of this camp, how are you going to make it better than the last one? But I don't feel like I need it. I'm just taking, tick, 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 6 title defenses, and still on my worst night. So the next one, it's something interesting for me. Someone I fought before in a different code, and I get to show them what MMA is about, what mixed martial arts is about.
Of course, you had a lot of respect for Jared going into this one.
Yeah.
What was the conversation like between you two? After the fight, we saw you both.
What did I said? Like, we're just showing respect. Like, we're 2 fighters and showing respect because we're both on here trying to put food on the table, set our families up. And I just said, I didn't like the speech of him saying, no, I was broke, after one of his fights, his recent fights. And I was like, I hope your management got you sorted for this fight. I hope they push for more money for him for this fight. Like I said, you guys are asking me, what am I doing for these fights, for fighter pay, what not? I'm giving people opportunities. I'm giving people opportunities to raise their pay, raise the bar. And also, so it was just me and him showing appreciation, and that was it.
And then just final one from me, John Jones came out on Twitter.
Fuck John Jones. Fuck John. I don't want to hear about that bitch. What are they talking about my nails for? He's just jealous and insecure as a fuckboy. He could never rock shit like this. He's a bitch.
And also he said that he was back.
Fuck him. I don't really give a fuck what he thinks. Yeah, next.
Okay, thank you.
I have to ask you about your entrance. I was obviously with The Undertaker, earn the hat, the music. How did you get all that approved? And I know you said it was you were feeling dark all week, so was that just the theme?
It just works. I don't know. Like the theme for me. I'm an artist. It just works. I didn't plan on Vince and the Triple H and them being here. On Tuesday, I was chilling. Okay, so Wednesday nights when we wrestle, towards the end of the rounds, 12 rounds, towards the end, the last 3-4 rounds, I'll chalk on my playlist from YouTube, WWE Attitude, from the Attitude era. I have like 20 different tracks from superstars I admire, and that would get me in that zone, and the Undertaker's theme was one of them. So as I was sitting down feeling it on Tuesday, it just made sense. And also big shout out to the big shout out to the UFC production team, because they were really accommodating and just helpful to make it a show. This is the UFC. You want to give them a show, you know what I mean? So, and I said all week, this feels like WrestleMania. Who's undefeated at WrestleMania? The Undertaker. And I've been feeling dark all week. So you saw hints of the Death Note, the speech from Madara in the beginning, and then you saw the scream at the end and the split face with me and Madara. Purple. Fuck, it just makes sense. Susanna, all that.
How hands-on were you in the creation?
Very hands-on. I'm very hands-on with my freestyle bender team. Shout out to Luca, Stay Hydrated, Jeff Sandler, and David Blackamoto, the greatest reporter in the history of the MMA. And I was very hands-on. I felt like a producer today when I was at the arena. So I was speaking. Who's that? Jimmy? Fuck. Excuse me if I forgot his name. I think it was Jimmy. I was talking to him and just walked through, and then having a look on the screen, seeing what it looked like from TV, seeing what it looked like in the arena, and they were so accommodating, which was really cool. And I appreciate that, because again, I like to put on a show, I like to entertain, and I did just that.
What's your favorite Undertaker match?
Fuck. Him and Mick Foley is the first one that comes to mind, and I think Mick Foley might have broken his neck.
Hell in the Cell.
Hell in the Cell, off the top rope. That's the first one.
He jumped off the stretcher run back.
Yeah, fucking crazy, man. Good times.
You had talked about giving paydays for other fighters and helping them improve their situation. But what about for yourself? Because now you set yourself up to fight Alex, and the drama that's going to come.
I said, Sean or Alex is big money fights.
Yeah.
They're either big money fights. And I look forward to this one. And my boy Timbo, he knows what's going on, so we're gonna work. And me and the UFC, we have a good relationship. I like working with them. And I've said this already. Rising tides lifts all the ships, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So it's a step-by-step process. And I even asked Jared after the fight. I told him, I was like, He's like, yeah, I go with that. I was like, good. And he's gonna keep that going. His management company, if they're smart, they'll keep pushing because he's a great fighter. I'm saying he's a good fighter, but he's a great fighter and a cool dude as well.
Is there pressure on you in a night like this because you're a 5-1 favorite or better than a 5-1 favorite to win, and you know you've got this Pereira fight coming up that will be your big, performance, your big night? Does that put a little more pressure on you when everybody's expecting you to blow him out?
No, not really. I wasn't focused on the odds. I didn't even know what the odds said. Oh, shout out to Drizzy. I don't know what he won, but yeah, what fucking curse. You guys are, not you guys, but anyone who's so stupid. I don't post shit, but like, was it the Vittori fight? Me and Drizzy was going back and forth fight week talking, and after the fight was going back and forth in the DMs talking as well. So I don't know, people will curse. And also the green shorts, another curse. I've broken all the curses. I've broken, the Drake curse now. So stupid. I've broken the shorts curse, because apparently I changed my shorts from black and gold. EA cover curse, I've broken that. Embedded haircut curse. Whatever fucking more curse. You're so stupid, you fucking cunts. Sometimes, all of you online, as soon as that video came out, all the comments was curse. And I feel like they don't even believe it. They just say that to try and get likes. To try and get like the thumbs up, because they're doing it for likes. But yeah, I just remember. So shout out to Drake for betting $1 million on me. And yeah, I'll see you on OVO weekend.
Hi, Izzy, over here, right? Duke Rockhold told MMA Junkie that I'm the only one that could beat Israel Adesanya. What's your response to that?
Everyone thinks that.
Follow-up question: How are you gonna be celebrating with Volkanovski tonight?
Fuck yeah! Oh, shout out to my guy Alexander Volkanovski. Just inspiring, fucking inspiring. Like I had a 5-0 shutout, but his was way cooler and more impressive. Like I said, I had an off night, but he was fucking on. Ooh, and when he's on from the first round. This is like talking to Max. Also, I said, shout out to Max Holloway. I'm a big fan. The guy's a cool dude, man. I've seen him around all week. He and his team are always really respectful, But this is what we do. We go to war, and afterwards we show respect. So it's my team against his team. But when it was in there and it was going down, even yesterday at the weigh-ins when they were like barking, I had the heat. I was just like, yeah. I held the line with Alex back there. I was holding the line. But again, we're different, and Alex is fucking different, bro. You guys don't understand. He inspires me the way he fucking works. When he came over to CKB this camp, I knew the bar was gonna get raised, and he fucking raised the bar, man. Fucking beautiful. Ugh, beautiful.
Izzy, when you say you had an off night, like when do you know that that's happening? Is it something that you knew before you even got in the cage? Is it something?
Not before the cage. I mean, it was probably 4th round, but it wasn't something I dwelled on I'm having an off night. Afterwards, I look at the performance from my first person perspective, and I'm like, I have an off night. And Eugene was the first one to tell me, because they know. When you know your people, excuse me, hiccups. Water, please. Sorry. Still got it. Off night. Yeah. So my people who actually know me and love me, train with me, they know what I can do when I'm on, they see it. But again, like I said, I can kill the best man on my worst day.
And I haven't had your shower yet, where you kind of keep...
Nah, I'll do that after the club. I got obligations to do. I'd rather just go to bed, but they're gonna pay me lots of money to go drink and party, so I gotta go do that. Fucking hell, it's just such a drink.
So I know you can't think know what's going to happen when you get in there and start thinking, but can you think right now what maybe the biggest positive you'll take away from this fight with you?
I'm just grateful. Like I said all week, I felt so much love. There was a point this week, I got a little emotional at the PI, because upstairs I looked around and there was a CKB class upstairs at the PI, and give me a second. Like my brother, we've talked about this. I don't like to hop on about it, for you guys, because it's not for this, but I'm hopping on about it because there's injustice. The guy who killed Falvake, he's getting 18 months and he's gonna be out earlier than that. So it's like, what the fuck? But there was a moment I had when I was looking around the class and seeing everyone just like training for my team. There was a lot of Kiwis and a bunch of Aussies as well. And I just felt emotional, and I just ran to the back of the PI, and I just kind of had a moment to myself, because I wished he were here, just doing this shit with us. But I know he's looking down on us, inspired, and I know he's looking down on us, protecting us, along with VDK, Mun, Praveen, Pati, Woman. And yeah, it's just one of those things that, for me, just being surrounded by my team, I just felt so loved this week. I felt so much love at the house we were at. I felt so much, just mind of the spirit. And then as the fight got closer, our sport became a fortress for battle. And then, yeah, fuck, I feel good. But at the same time, yeah, I just love my team, man. I love my team.